Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
On first down, right back to Carter.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Four yards remain for second down. Wilson going to give to Carter on the draw.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
They'll run with Carter.
And he's got some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Michael Carter.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Carter with it.
Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Patriots, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's a give to Carter.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
A handoff for Carter.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One start. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they run with Carter.
And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 12. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll check this one down to Carter. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Wilson now to throw on third down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Wilson finding Crowder there, first down, New York. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Carter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. It's caught by Davis. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Patriots, nothing. Great man to kick off for the Jets.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Jones. Flush to his right. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 52, Mike.
First down, here's White. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is White. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield. But they never did.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On third down, here's Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll start on the ground. Carter.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
They'll set up the screen to Carter.
Escapes the defender. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first and 10, it's Wilson.
He'll dump this off to Carter, complete.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On second down, a run with Carter.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Now Carter.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Dante Hightower on the stop. From the gun, it's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown! Corey Davis as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now the try here for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Jets 20, Patriots nothing. Breaking man to kick off for the Jets.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Here's Harris to return it.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Patriots.
For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off play action. Jones. Flushed out right. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Back to throw. Jones airing it out, looking for Ridley. Touchdown! It's complete.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
152 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Carter.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
To throw is Wilson. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Quick slant to Crowder.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
And they'll run here with Carter.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. And the grab by Croft. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 3rd down, Carter. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Throwing, Jones. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. This is White on the screen. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give to White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Jones on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
White running to the left. And a fast footwork by White. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's White. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now Carter to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Matt Judon there to bring him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down, it's Carter. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return, Harris. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw is Jones. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Johnson was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jones. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Flushed out right. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Jets, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.